Students, now we are moving to the next part of first chapter, that is rational numbers, and what we are going to see the next part, that is multiplication of rational numbers. Okay, now what is means, so we'll see a property, that is associative property, commutative property, closure property in multiplication form. Okay, so first of all we'll see the basic one, that is a by b multiplied by c by d. So we know that whenever to multiply, what we'll do, we'll multiply numerator to numerator and denominator by denominator. So the basic thing we should know, that when a multiplication of a rational number will be there, numerator will be multiplied by numerator, denominator will be multiplied by denominator. Now we'll see one example, 2 by 3 multiplied by minus 5 by 7. So we know that here cancellation is not possible. Okay, now 2 multiplied by minus 5, so what will be the answer? Minus 10. And 3 multiplied by 7, that is 21. So what we'll say that? We'll say that this multiplication will be in the form of A into C and B into D. Okay, so this is a basic property. Now we'll move to the different properties of a multiplication of rational numbers. Now I'll start with the first one, that is closure property. What is closure property? The product of two rational number is always a rational number. So if I take a multiplication of two rational numbers, I am going to get a rational number in each and every case. We know that a negative number can be also a rational number, a positive number can also be a rational number. What is the basic criteria for the rational number? That it should be in the form of P by Q and Q should not be equals to 0. Okay, so we'll see one example, 1 by 2 multiplied by 5 by 7. We have already seen about the basic properties. What we have to do in the case of multiplication? We will multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So what I got? I got 5 by 14. It can be written in the form of P by Q and Q is not equals to 0. So we'll say that it is a rational number in the case of multiplication. So closure property means what? Multiplication will be always a rational number. Now next is commutative law. You can see that two rational numbers can be multiplied in any order. So here we'll take two rational numbers, that is a by b multiplied by c by d. Same here, if I change the order, c by d multiplied by a by b, I am going to get the same answer. So we'll see one example over here, 3 by 4 multiplied by 5 by 7 or 5 by 7 multiplied 3 by 4. What you see here, I have just changed the order over here. Am I going to get the same answer? Yes, it will be 15 by 28. So what the commutative law states, that if we take two rational numbers and if we multiply in any order, we'll be always getting the same answer. Okay, next is associative law. Now in this associative law, what it is given, while multiplying three or more rational numbers, if I take three rational numbers or more than three, they can be grouped in any order. So it can be arranged in any order, and in all those cases you are going to get the same answer. And this we have already seen in the case of addition. Okay, associative law for addition, and this is now associative law for multiplication. So you can see that a by b multiplied by c by d multiplied by e by f. So three rational numbers are there, and we can take any order and we can take any group and we'll multiply it, we'll get the same answer in that case. I have given one example. If you want to find the answers, if you want to verify it, do the multiplication and verify the answers in this case. Now the fourth property, that is existence of multiplicative identity. What is existence of multiplicative identity? That if a rational number, let us take a rational number a by b, and if we multiplied by 1, okay, if we multiplied by 1, we are always going to get the same rational number. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity for the rational numbers. It means a number which on multiplying by the rational numbers will be getting a same rational number will be considered as an multiplicative identity. So in each and every rational numbers you will always find that 1 is the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Okay, existence of multiplicative inverse. Now what it relates, every non-zero rational numbers, that is a by b, let us take any rational numbers which is except 0, has its multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means what? If I take a rational number a by b, then it multiplicative inverse will be b by a. Okay, now in this, if we multiply the a by b and b by a, will be getting 1. It means every number, let us take 12 by 5. So multiplicative inverse will be 5 by 12. Okay, so every number has its multiplicative inverse, and if you multiply those numbers and multiplicative inverse, will always getting the answer as 1. So that only being explained over here. A by b is a rational number, b by b is a multiplicative inverse of a by b, and if I take a product of it, I'll be always getting the answer as 1. Same here, let us take b by a as a rational number and its multiplicative inverse is a by b, so your answer will be 1. Understood? 0 has no reciprocal. Okay, so reciprocal means what? Same term related to the multiplicative inverse. Keep in your mind, multiplicative inverse and reciprocal will be same over here. So 0 has no reciprocal because 0 cannot be written as 1 upon 0 because 1 upon 0 is not possible over here. But we know that reciprocal of 1 will be always 1. Reciprocal of minus 1 will be minus 1. It means, so you will find that same number itself. But in other cases, you can see that 12 by 5, reciprocal will be 5, but it will be totally different. Okay, so multiplicative inverse is exactly equal to reciprocal. So a by b reciprocal will be b by a. Okay, distributive law of multiplication over addition. It means you'll find that some of the cases that multiplication sign as well as addition sign will be there for any three rational numbers. Let us take three rational numbers a by b, c by d and e by f. We can write in this order, that is a by b multiplied by c by d plus e by f. So this is simple as it is. When we remove the bracket, what we used to do? We used to multiply. So a by b multiplied by c by d, a by b multiplied by e by f, and in between positive sign. So this is simple what we do in removing the brackets. Okay, now next is multiplicative property of 0. Okay, the last property, that is seventh one. What is given here? Every rational number multiplied with 0 will always give a 0. So if I take any rational number and if I multiply it by 0, what will be the answer? Always it will be 0. So this is what the multiplicative of properties of multiplication of rational numbers. So this all properties are very important because we are going to apply in our next exercise, that is exercise 1D. In 1D there are total 9 questions and some of the questions are based on the identification of different properties. So be clear with this property because this will be applied in our next exercise. Thank you.